fun way to get myself in the right mood and the headspace. So tonight, I don't need a job. I don't have any specific job requests, but my goal is to connect with 5 people, connecting with others without need for immediate gain. It's actually an investment in the future. Finding a group where there's an odd number, so 3s, 5s, 7s, or a 1 person, or finding an empty seat next to someone is a really great way to get on the front foot and introduce yourself. Good evening, guys. Welcome back. We're off to the ARC's MTP Sector Awards dinner. I've just finished work, quickly changed my shirt and walking the same pathway back towards Darling Harbour. We're at the dockside this evening and I thought I'd go through a few things, some networking tips for introverts like me. Surprise, surprise, I am an introvert and I'll tell you more about that shortly. But also, what is networking, why it's important, and how to actually do it effectively. So let's start with, what is networking? Well, if you ask 99% of people, they'd say it's rocking up to an event, chit-chatting, maybe hoping that someone gives you a job. And yeah, I guess there is some truth to that, but that is where all the average networkers stay and that's how they think. The strategic and effective networkers know what networking is connecting with others without need for immediate gain. It's actually an investment in the future. And you've all seen it, I'm sure, when somebody tries to talk to you, or when a friend who you haven't talked to in 10 years hits you up and says, hey, can I borrow $10? And off the bat, it's very off-putting, right? Because this person who you never talk to has now come out of the blue and asked for a favor. And contrary to that is, if a friend you see every day at the gym, at work, or another hobby, and they ask you for $10, you're probably twice, 3, 4, 5, 10 times more likely to give them the $10 because of the familiarity and the ongoing relationship. So I think smart networkers know that networking is an investment in the future, not a short-term immediate gain. So why is networking important? You've probably heard that the best jobs, the best opportunities are rarely advertised. And most people for these amazing opportunities are tapped on the shoulder. And that's because they have great networks. And to what Lottie shared on a recent podcast, they have great sponsors through their network where people behind closed doors are willing to champion their name and advocate for them to be promoted to senior positions. So how do you network effectively? I think number one, it starts with mindset. And going into these events, of course, I feel anxious. I don't know anyone. I don't know what table I'm going to be sat in on. At the same time, I'm tired. I've had a full day of work. But with the right mindset, I need to shake all that and think how much fun I'm going to have and make this a very positive experience rather than nagging and saying how miserable I am. I think it's also very important to think about your audience. So the people that I'm going to be having dinner with, they've been at a conference all day long. They're probably also tired. And so am I going to think about sitting there pitching to them about how they should get me a job or how good I am and what skills I have? They probably don't want to hear it. So my game plan tonight is really to just get to know people, play the long game. Like I said, it's an investment in our future. And I'm in a very fortunate position. I don't need a job right now. And this is the perfect time to network because by the time I need a job, I should have loads and loads of great contacts that I can already call on. And yes, do I dread the small talk with strangers? Yes, but you've got to acknowledge that's a starting point to progress the conversation into something deeper and more meaningful. So for me, I think it's really important. Apologies, we had a temporary intermission in recording. I bumped into Nazra, one of the lucky winners of the ARC's giveaway, and she mentioned going to a number of the sessions and the insights that she got were amazing, fantastic, the people she's been able to connect with. So guys, definitely subscribe to the channel for future giveaways, and we're very grateful to ARC's for supporting the channel. I think where I was up to is talking about mindset and objective, and I think gamifying these kind of events, for me at least, is a fun way to get myself in the right mood and the headspace. So tonight, I don't need a job. I don't have any specific job requests, but My goal is to connect with 5 people by the end of the evening and have their LinkedIn know what their hobbies are. That's probably my favorite question to ask is, what are your hobbies, rather than what do you do for work? Like I said, they're probably tired, they're bored, they've had enough of speaking about work. So you might be wondering, great, so how are you actually going to achieve this goal of meeting 5 people? And sure, you can go in with the stock standard, hi, how are you? My name's David. It's not the best option, but look, if you need it to buy some time, you're a bit nervous, go with it. Don't beat yourself up and be like, oh, I screwed up my introduction. But me personally, what I'd go with is trying to uncover a hobby. And I'd say something along the lines of, oh my goodness, this weather has been so miserable. My favorite activity, playing OzTag tonight, has been cancelled. But what do you like to get up to in your spare time? Something along those lines. And I get it, networking, industry events don't happen every day. And I would challenge you to find another way to practice your networking skills. Maybe it's having lunch with someone in a different department, a different faculty at university, or even just saying hi to your barista, to your supermarket checkout person. Start with small steps. Anyway, we're here, so time to put the cameras away and start networking. We've got 5 people to meet.
Everyone here who knows what Paul's urine tastes like. So I'm the only one. Okay. So we're gonna others. Okay, we're doing others. Okay. Surprising, but that's okay. All right.
Some land statues and
Depends on the claim that you're doing, if you have any journals.
So just leaving the ARCS MTP Awards dinner. Big night of networking, although it is coming on 9:30, which for many might be an early night, but nothing for me gets in the way of training, and this old soul needs to go home and rest. And that probably brings me to my point of being an introvert. I think the easiest way to determine if you're an introvert or extrovert is when you're around loads of people. Does it give you energy, or does it require your energy? And maybe I'm lucky, I probably sit on the ambivert side, I can flick a switch. But after events like this, yeah, I do need a bit of alone time and to be quiet and recharge my energy source. And the other piece of exposing myself as a true introvert is, whilst I'm at these events, speaking to people, asking them questions, bringing high energy and appearing to be an extrovert, the truth is I've rehearsed this multiple times. I've gone to many networking events. So I'm well practiced. I've got the muscle memory and I can lean on that to get through networking events like this at the flick of a switch. And that's why I encourage you even just to start small, whether it's speaking to your barista or supermarket checkout person, just start small and eventually you'll get there. A lot of the people you might think, wow, they're so good. They can just speak off the cuff, ad lib. Potentially, they're just very well practiced. So don't be fooled, but also know that you can get there as well. Oh, just notice there's a beautiful Vivid in the background, so enjoy that as I finish up my talk. And how do we go on our metric? I met 3 new people today, got their LinkedIn contacts, so we did fall a bit short, but it was a fun game to play. And I did notice one networking trick that someone used on me tonight, and that was when there was a spare seat next to me. He came up and he sat there and started chatting to us, introduced ourselves. And so I thought to myself, if you really want to be a proactive networker, finding a group where there's an odd number, so 3s, 5s, 7s, or a 1 person, or finding an empty seat next to someone is a really great way to get on the front foot and introduce yourself and strike up a conversation. So as I close off and walk as quickly as I can towards the metro because it's freezing, I would close off here by saying networking is not done yet. There's one critical step left, and that is to follow up, because you want to nurture this relationship. It's just like planting a seed and never watering it. Of course, that plant is going to die, but if you continue to water it, nurture the relationship, grow the familiarity, then when you come in need of a job or a new opportunity, that may come looking for you rather than you having to look for it. But leave a comment for me below. Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? What else would you like to know about networking? I'll see you on the next video, guys.